Greetings all, and welcome back to Globbits Gaming Channel. In the spirit of mixing things up a little bit, I've got another World of Tanks replay here for you, with myself, Hey Maria, and Francois85 again. This is one of our couple of evenings worth of games that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. I'm in my T-34 premium tank, Hey Maria's in her IS-6, and Francois is in his AMX 5100. Now, it's safe to say that during the time that we spent together, Maria did not have a fantastic time of things. She tended to get killed quite quickly, etc, etc, etc. But we don't talk about that, because she's in a monk about it. But yeah, she doesn't have a very good game. Maria decides to go to the B2, B3 area, and myself and Francois decide to go down the 8-9 route along the coast or the waterline. Basically, I always choose this way in my T-34 because I feel it's got a lot more hull down positions, etc, etc, etc. Now you'll notice on the teams as well, there's a whole bucket ton of artillery, 5 artillery pieces on each side. Now that's like reminiscent to like before patch 8.0. It's ridiculous, you know, when there used to be lots of RE parties and stuff. So it will alter the way we play things, but I've got a really good little place to hide on this side, away from things like artillery and stuff. So what I'm going to be doing in this replay is I'm going to show you sections of my game, and then what we're going to do is we're going to skip back and then show you it from Francois' perspective. Unfortunately, Maria dies quite early, and I didn't actually get her replay file, or else I would have used her section as well. But anyway, so I'm trudging my way up. I don't think Francois is loaded yet, so he's hanging back. And we notice an enemy T-34. Fantastic. So, this rock on the right hand side, just over here, not this one that I've just gone past, this one here, is an awesome little hull down spot. The reason why I know this is a decent hull down spot, because I had a Tiger sitting here, Tiger 2 sitting here for majority of the game, on one of my other matches that I played, and I couldn't shift the bugger. It's a really good position, it's just big enough. Oh, Francois put a shot into that T-29, we'll see some more of that later. I'm trying to spot that T-29 for him, he's put 3 rounds into him. Now, from this perspective, where I was there, if I just wait till I pop out again, let's just have a look. Now, look at that. That is hull down city, that bad boy. Look at that. The only thing he's going to be able to hit that T-29 or possibly that T-34 is my hatch, and that is going to be a hard shot. Definitely a hard shot. If he can hit that, then he deserves his 300-400 damage, in my personal opinion. So, looking at the general game, we've spread out reasonably well. You've got to remember there's only actually 10 tanks in the game because there's 5 artillery pieces. Oof. Nice shot into that T-29 there. Yeah, and he pinged one off me, so where did that actually hit? Let's have a look. Yeah, straight in the gun mantlet. Yeah, you ain't penning me from there, T-34. And look at the amount of artillery fire going in on that T-34. This is all we've got to do at the moment. Let's just defend, let the artillery do its job. Yeah, I'm getting spotted. Oh, spotting a Tiger 2 in the middle. I think this is where Francois decides to go and have a bit of a look-see. Alright. What else have we got going on? Oh, Maria's just died to artillery, unfortunately. It's one of the reasons I didn't go that way. I felt that if I'd gone that way, I would have been in Maria's shoes at this point. Yeah, so T-34's back up again. Now, this is the point. I don't know what this guy was thinking here. I really don't. That is not what you want to be doing. Now, unfortunately, I dirt that shot completely. But what I've done, I've left him enough for my tank showing for him to warrant taking a shot. Unfortunately, he missed. Fortunately, he missed, should I say. So I managed to get a shot off into him. Do I get it? Probably hit his upper glacis there, which meant that the angle made it an auto bounce. I'm just leaving him just enough of my tank, just showing enough for him, want him to stay there. Give him something to shoot at while artillery comes in. Now, that was a bit of a lucky shot on his point. Now, where did that actually hit me? Did it penetrate my hatch? Yeah, there you go. Straight through my hatch. Yeah, I was moving as well. That was a lucky shot from him. That was a lucky shot. So where's Francois been? Oh, he must have gone over there and try and get some shots. I will pay attention to him in a minute, so... Oh, come on, give me that shot. Give me it. Yes! A nice, sweet 400 damage. So, what I'm going to do now... Once I've taken this next shot, I think I'll take a shot in the hatch again. Yeah, shoots me in the hatch. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch back to Francois' perspective. Let's see what he's been up to. Let's see what he's been up to while I've been duking it out with this T-34. Right then. So we're joining back with Francois. Now, I've skipped forward towards the point where he's loaded, because basically all you see him do is basically do exactly what I did. Waiting for me to trudge up the hill. Now, he's being patient here. He's waiting. Okay, the T-21's just gone balls deep, which is fucking ludicrous. Stupidity. He's just going to get his ass handed to him in short order like we saw on my version of the replay. But the gun depression on the 5100 isn't legendary. And he's just literally waiting for me to get in position. And he's just going to sit as a second rank heavy tank. He's sitting at the back. He's putting that legendary accuracy and rate of fire to work. He decides 3 rounds into the T-29. Yeah, whether he saw him or not. Now he forces a reload. Now this is something you need to learn when you're playing autoloaders, when to force that reload. And basically he's got, I believe, about a 45 to a 50 second reload. So all I'm going to do is going to skip ahead while he does the reload. Speed it up slightly. Yeah, I'm putting effective fire into the T-34. He's loaded up again. He takes the same position. He's dropped off the radar. There's another thing as well. If you drop off the enemy's radar, they tend to stop looking at you. Now, he sees the Tiger II and he decides, you know what? Let's go and have a bit of a look-see over there. Now, notice I mentioned in my version that I said, where the hell's he gone? Where's he been? Well, let's go and see. We're talking to each other over TeamSpeak. And he basically says to me, I'm just going to go check out this Tiger II, see what's going on. I'm like, yeah, man, no worries. You know, I've got this. You know, I got this. Leroy Jenkins and all that. I got this, partner. And it turns out he can't really see much. But what it has done, it's given him a different angle on that T-29. And it turns out that, yeah, it is a good idea because that T-29 has come around the other side. Let it aim. Beautiful. That's an extra 280 damage. You know, not a bad idea. Now, he doesn't force a reload. It's not worth it. He's still got 5 shells left in the clip, as you can see next to the 62. He's got 5 shells left. And what this is doing, while these enemy tanks remain spotted, like we saw from my version of the replay, it's giving the artillery time to aim. Look, the shots are going in. There's 111 splash. He takes 340 out of me. Yeah, and I don't pen him. But then I've got the health. You know, I'm tanking at this point. So we're going to leave it on Francois. This is about the point where we got to. Now, he decides he wants to get some flanking shots on these guys. Take a nice hit into the T-34 there. He's going to have a look, see if he can get some flanking shots. We're working as a tag team. I'm taking the hits. I'm saying, yeah, guys, blah, 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 look at me, shoot me. Because Francois got no armour. And he'll be the first to admit it. He can't really get an angle on the T-34 from there. Artillery puts a big hit into him though. So he wants to go upstairs and have a bit of a look, see what he can see. And he decides not to. You know, he used to be indecisive. Now he's just not sure. So he decides, you know what? This is the time when we need to push. And he's going to make the push. He's got the speed, he's got the agility, he's got the rate of fire, etc, etc, etc. So it's time for him to put the hurt on these guys. He gets spotted. Takes out the T-34. Gets a good shot into the Hummel. And takes one in return from the M44. Which takes out his driver, unfortunately. Now, he's got 2 shells left, and he decides to force a reload. So now he's got no ammo. So what he's doing now is screaming to me on TeamSpeak. Now, he's gone, so I had to go with him. Yeah, this is the point of teamwork. I'm out in the open, but I managed to take out the M44, which is all good. Now he tells me he's reloading, like we know he's a 40-second reload, so I use this time. I'm using this time to push up. Alright. Now, you can't really see a great deal from Francois' perspective from here, so I'm just going to skip back to mine. Alright then, so back to my perspective. The T-34's retreated, he's got smashed up by the artillery. Francois tells me he's going for it. He smells blood in the water with that T-34. The T-34 for him is a one-shot. Okay, so he decides to go for it. So I think, you know what, I've got to go with him. Regardless of what's staring at me, I've got to go with him. I'm spotted again. Might be able to get a shot on that T-29. Bounce, no damage. He's fired, so I can go for it. I try and take a sneaky shot on the Hummel. I will admit I was trying to kill still there. I'm not going to say anything though. Shh. Okay, so I decided to go for it as well. At a full 27, 30 kph. It's all good. Yeah, now, Francois says to me, shit, that M44's just shot me. Please kill him, please kill him. Okay, not a problem. Wait for the aim. Kill secured. Happy days. Right, you can move on, Francois. So, it's at this point we work as a fantastic team. Francois is on one side of the ridge, I'm on the other. I spot the T-29. He's got the stock turret. And also, it looks like he's got the 76mm. One of the only times in my friggin' life that my shot actually goes where the centre of my aiming circle is. Never mind. It hit his gun mantlet. So the T-29's got a whole world of trouble now. Francois says, yeah, I'll keep his attention. You go round that side. Yeah, I'm opening myself up to that T29, but I don't really care. I'm not really scared of the 76mm, so I'm just going to go for it. The T29 on that side screwed either way. Now, because I'm playing with a guy on TeamSpeak, okay, I'm quite happy to leave myself exposed. I wouldn't do this normally. I wouldn't drive like this and present my arse to that tank, but I know Francois is a good player. I know he'll finish him off, and if he doesn't finish him off, he'll tell me. Take a huge hit out of that T29, just keep advancing on him. He's only stock, he's not that effective, and looking at his stats, he's not that great either. This is a good thing about XVM, it's one of the reasons I use it. In this position, if this guy was a Unicorn player or a blue player, I wouldn't do this to him, because chances are he'd know what to do and pull out some sort of sneaky shenanigans. So Francois flanking him. I want the next 400 damage. Yeah, not giving a damn. Get myself around there. And Francois finishes him off with a bit of kill securing there. Kill stealing, kill securing, depends on how you want to call it. Alright. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to move into the enemy base. What I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you that T29 kill from Francois' perspective. Okay, so the M44 is about to die. Now Francois still got a little bit of time on his reload. And he's communicated this to me, saying, Globbs, you're going to have to push, bro, because I've got time on my reload. And without actually discussing it, we both think the same thing. We need to flank this T29 that's been on this rock. So I say I'm going to go low, he's going to go high. Now he's fully reloaded. Let's have a look at it from his perspective, how he handled this, because I haven't actually watched this part of his replay yet. So I'm there, I'm still moving up. This T29's freaking doomed. No matter what he does, he's doomed. He's a one-shot for me and a two-shot for Francois. So if he reverses out, tries to take me, I'm going to splat him. So he decides he's going to push Francois, which is cool. Yeah, I'm quite happy to leave my arse presented to this T29. T29 shot his track off. Unfortunately, yeah, went round the corner in a bit of a blind panic.
Get going.
Yeah, probably due to my distraction. So using his speed and mobility, still got 4 rounds left in the clip. This T29 sticks around a little bit too long to try and kill me. Oh, he actually shoots Francois. Okay, fair enough. So we shake shot at Francois, that's not a problem. So Francois says, you know what, I'm going to go around this way, I'll flank him. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Going to get my 400 damage out of it. Okay, uses his speed and mobility. I take the chunk out, you just hear it go in there. And here he comes. Round the back, perfect shot. Kill secure. Alright, so what we're going to do is see the rest of the replay from Francois' perspective. Alright, because to be honest with you, you can see everything that I do from his perspective. Anyway, he's still got 3 rounds. He doesn't bother forcing a reload, probably because he thinks he's going to get round to the cap circle before he actually gets a chance to reload. And the last thing you want, if you look at the map, is to meet a KV2 halfway through a reload, especially with the amount of armor that these things have got. Oh, and he decides to give me a friendly shove up the hill. Basically, I think he's using me as a meat shield. I think that's a bit of meat shield action going on there. Go on, Globbs, you get around there, bro. I'll use your armour. I haven't got any, so I'll use yours. Yeah, and he's taking a wide flanking area, flanking path, and we see the KV2. I put a nice shot into the KV2.
That one bounced.
First shot bounces.
Gotcha.
Oh my word! Look at holy crap! Holy crap! Halfway through a reload. He told me he was reloading, so I went forward to take the shell there. Okay, I'm going to reload before he does, so to get his top gun before the artillery gets it. He decides on a ram kill. And he takes nearly 250 damage for his troubles. Alright, so teamwork. Yep, these two tanks complement each other quite well, I find. He's got the DPM, I've got the armour and the pure punching alpha damage. It seemed to work quite well. Alright, so let's look at some post-game stats then. Alright then. Haven't actually got my own post-game stats for this. I've only got Francois. He sent them to me in an email because I didn't really think I was going to use this video. But looking back on it, I managed to dig it out of my replay file because Francois said, you know what, man, that'd be really cool to do like a split replay, so I decided to. But unfortunately, I didn't save the actual screenshots. But it did get Francois a Top Gun. Yeah, and 6,915 experience with these ×5, which is pretty good. Not too shabby at all. 35,000 credits. Yeah, he did 1,847 damage, which to me, with 6 kills, is a little bit of kill stealing, but I'll let him off. I managed to get myself 2,638 damage, and for shits and giggles, basically we were pretty much even with the amount of work that we put in. Unfortunately, poor old Hey Maria down there didn't manage to do a great deal at all, bless her. She had an absolute pig of an evening with some of the games. And hats off to the GW Panthers, or this particular Panther at the top there. 3,000 damage in artillery. That ain't too shabby at all. Yeah, kudos to him, 3 kills. He did us a massive service there. And that's the thing with the artillery kind of game. It's what you got to do when you get onto the screen. Think, hang on a minute, there's loads of artillery, and adapt your gameplay accordingly. Alright, let's see if you made much of a profit. Yeah, 26,000 credits ain't too shabby. Yeah, not too shabby at all, really. Not too shabby at all. I hope you enjoyed that style of replay. It has been done before by other mainstream YouTubers, but I'm starting to get the hang of it. It does require me to have the other person's replay file, obviously, and it does take a little bit more work. But if it's what you guys are into and you like it, then I'll keep doing it. Usual stuff that I say at the end of nearly every video. If you like it, comment. Come on, let's have some comments. 177 subscribers at last count. It's looking good, guys. It's looking good. I'm enjoying the comments. I'm enjoying replying to them, as I usually do. For those of you who haven't replied to your comments, yeah, I get emails about them on my phone, and I will attempt to reply to them. Yeah, so, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe as usual, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. That's Glob signing off. Take care now. Bye-bye.